So it seems that Stellar Blades is coming to PC. We got new information. We got here a tweet from Genki. So Shift Up told investors that they are preparing to release Stellar Blade on PC in the near future and expect it to perform even better on PC than on console. So this is pretty interesting. This game came out a few months ago on PlayStation, and it seems that it did pretty well. It sold over 1 million copies, which is pretty nice for a new studio on PC and console. It's from Shift Up, which was a mobile developer. It seems that these newcomers are doing pretty well, right? They are making games. They are pretty much the best games in 2024. Black Myth Wukong being one of the best-selling games of all time at this point. So let's see here. There's some information. There's this PDF from the investors meeting. So here we can see the word PC, and I'm going to be translating this. Let's copy the question. So this is an official document from Shift Up. We can see here at the beginning of the file. Okay, so this is from August 14. So this is an official document. I don't speak Korean, so I'm not able to understand anything here other than the word PC, right? So if you go here and search for PC. So the question is, when will Stellar Blade platform be expanded and what are expected results? And the answer is, we are preparing for the PC release soon to continue the excitement of Stellar Blade IP and expect better results on PC than on console. So this is pretty interesting because after what we saw, especially this game being one game that it had some controversy, which is weird because I don't know why this game would be controversial, especially being a game from Korea, which is a pure newcomer when it comes to AAA games. So yeah, this game coming to PC, I think is pretty interesting because to see how this game will perform on PC. I think as they expect, it will probably sell millions of copies on PC, more than 1 million copies on console. We can expect this game to sell a few copies as well on PC, which would be interesting. So there are a lot of upsides of this game being available on PC. One of them is mods, so the modding community will have a lot of ton of fun playing with this game and thing. And it's interesting because we can see that console exclusivity, it seems to be going away. So the development of this game was heavily invested by PlayStation, which is probably the reason why this game was not released on PC just yet, and probably this game will never be released on Xbox. That might be the case, right? Because if PlayStation behind the development of this game, there was something they were aiming for at the start of it. But yeah, new game coming to PC, and what does this mean for the future of the game? After Black Myth Wukong being released on PC, I think it's gonna be a eye-opening for many studios that you should not miss the Steam platform or PC platform in general, because you are probably missing the chance of having a hit game that would sell millions of copies. We saw this with Paul World, we saw this with Helldivers 2, and now we saw with Black Myth Wukong. There's also other games such as Hogwarts Legacy, which was another game that was behind some controversy, and somehow this controversy seems to help those games. It seems that trying to boycott a game or trying to stir controversy around the game, it somehow skews the perception of the game. I think Stellar Blade was one such case because people were talking about the game, more people got to know the game, and when more people know about the game, if the game seems to be interesting, more people will be interested in the game itself. I think that was the case with Helldivers 2, and it seems to be the case with Black Myth Wukong. Although Black Myth Wukong was talked about for many years, and the controversies are pretty new. Stellar Blade, there was a lot of controversy surrounding Stellar Blade, which was quite interesting to see because this game is very unapologetically fan service, I would say. So that's the thing, right? If you want to make something successful, you should know your fan base and you should try to match what they want as much as possible. Something that we've seen for the last few years, that some of the publishers are not making games for the what we can call their fan base for a lot of times. I saw this with Call of Duty. Modern Warzone 2 was like a huge deviation of what a COD game used to be, and because of that flopped so hard that I don't think Modern Warfare 2 probably made Call of Duty lose a lot of players because of that, and it had a huge effect on Warzone. And we are seeing with some of the games, their character design is they're trying to deviate what we would consider good character design, which are good figures and trying to make appealing characters, which is something that I don't quite grasp it, because you are trying to go against something that it's very common. It's almost like a law of nature that good looking characters in games make the game perform better, even if the game it's worse. It's the same thing on YouTube, right? If you have a good looking thumbnail, it's more likely to get clicks, even if the video is not good itself. Yeah, it's something that I don't know how people are not thinking about that much. I get that they want to push characters, right, that are a little bit out of distribution, what we could consider good character design, but that has a huge downside that I think is pushing a lot of the players away. Yeah, that's something that is very interesting, because I think it's up to debate if that has a huge impact. I think it definitely has an impact, but it remains to be seen what kind of impact that will have in the future, especially when it comes to new games. That's gonna be something that I think maybe we should be look into it, right? One thing that Stellar Blade did and did really well was to make a character design that was appealing. They were very clear from their start. That was their goal, and I think that definitely had a huge impact on the perception of the game, especially in the Western region, because in the Eastern, I think this game did pretty well with cosplayers, which is another thing that this game did well, especially because the game being in the pop culture is something that it helps the game sell, right? If people are talking, people recognize the character, it generates more and more engagement to the game and possible sales. But that's pretty much for the video, guys. I would like to hear your thoughts on this whole thing. If you guys think that Stellar Blade will sell very well on PC, I think this game has the chance of selling at least 2 million copies on PC. If so, 2 million copies PlayStation. I think this game will perform very well. But then again, I think that we are going to see more and more games like this in the future. They are more clear on what their goals are, and I think that's pretty good. But that's pretty much, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.